So guys, if the market fails to produce spectacular news that we can talk about, then the market participants do that for us. So today we're going to talk about the spectacular battle going on between Vitalik Buterin and Craig Wright, and also the hack that happened on Verge coin. So if you enjoy the video, make sure to leave it a thumbs up and comment down below with a question or feedback, because among everybody who's commenting, I'm giving away a small amount of enchanted Litecoins. So good luck guys, and let's get started. As you can see today, I have the slight feeling that it looks, if you look at the, if you take a look at the 1 week chart, it looks as if we're going up and down. But to be honest, in my opinion, this looks like we can't get away from the 250 billion market cap. This is a state we're in since almost a week. Last time we were at 300 billion was around like the 29th of March. So this might stay like that for a while. We're far away from the 470 billion we had at the beginning of March. And as you can see, Bitcoin continues to struggle. Next big resistance level is going to be at 6,500, but every time it goes down, currently bulls step in. So what has happened? Basically, I think the best way for me to show you what has happened is to just shut my mouth and let the video speak for itself. So these are a few very prestigious people from the crypto community. And then when Vitalik Buterin got the word, things got very interesting.
One more question from me. Alright, just one more question. Let's make it quick. We do have tomorrow to continue.
Roger Veer, smiling. There he is. So right now you can't hear him, but he's going to get the microphone very soon.
Let's give the mic first. Are you asking questions to Craig?
So since in Craig Wright's presentation, he argued that making the Lightning Network work is as hard as breaking a discrete block, which is absolutely false, given that for NP-hard problems, it's a widely known fact that we can make heuristic solutions that are very often almost as good in practice, which can often be done in polynomial time. And he claimed that in the context of selfish mining, gamma can be less than 0, which is an absolutely nonsensical claim that makes no sense, because gamma is the percentage of the network that is colluding with the miner, which by definition is between 0 and 1. So given that he makes so many non-sequiturs of mistakes, why is this fraud allowed to speak at this conference?
Yeah! Okay, I don't know. I wasn't expecting that.
Okay, so the guy who clapped him on the back is the co-founder of the Lightning Network and the author of the Lightning Network white paper. So basically, something that Vitalik said, that in the context of selfish mining, gamma can't be less than 0, because gamma is a percentage of the network between 0 and 1. And he said that whatever Craig Wright said is complete nonsense, and basically says that what's his name? Craig Wright is a complete fraud, and asks why is this fraud allowed to be here. So earlier there were already disputes between Vitalik Buterin and Craig Wright. So let's see what he said.
One path details of the discussion that I had with him.
Just to sow a bit of controversy for fun, I'll explain why I think he's probably not Satoshi.
It's 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
I mean, first of all, very simple signaling theory. He had the opportunity to take 2 different paths of proving that he's him. One path would have been to make that exact kind of proof, make a signature from the first Bitcoin block, put the signature out in public, make a very simple 10-line blog post that anyone, including cryptographers like Dan Bonet and Ben Kaminsky and so forth, can verify that it's him, and just post that out there and let the cryptographic community do it. Instead, he's taken this path where he's wrote this big long blog post with 200 lines. It's so confusing that even Dan Kaminsky said it's too confusing, and tried to only show that signature to a few select people, and we're supposed to trust them. So in general, signaling theory says if you have a good way of proving something and a noisy way of proving something, and you choose the noisy way, then that means, you know, chances are that means it's because you couldn't do the good way in the first place.
Okay.
Savage. Weaponized autism. So, Craig, if you're not familiar with Craig Wright, basically he's somebody who claims to be Satoshi Nakamoto, so the founder of Bitcoin, something, a network that's extremely complex. I think I don't need to go into detail. Here, as you can see, was this kind of pathetic try to defend himself against Vitalik Buterin, calling him Beavis. Sorry, I mean Vitalik. I mean, come on. And then Vitalik responds, he wrote a 62-tweet article discussing the great Bitcoin scaling debate and concluded with the following. 62. So I do think both sides need to improve their discourse, but Craig Wright is crazy. Like, very interesting to see somebody that smart, such as Vitalik Buterin, just ending an argument like that. But basically, I think this is very entertaining, and I think that this just shows like how great egos, when this kind of things happen, leaders in a certain field, like for example the cryptocurrency field, it just shows what can happen with big egos just clash into each other, and then, you know, they just kind of start behaving like children. And I think it's really interesting, and I think that also it's amazing how this Craig Wright guy, like, kind of, it's so obvious that he's like not Satoshi Nakamoto. I mean, if he was, he would just write a you know, a private signature of the first Bitcoin block, and then somebody like a cryptographer could confirm that. But the option that he's choosing is like to show it to certain people, and then they're like, oh yeah, we have seen it. So really weird that somebody like him has gained so much attention. Also, something else that you'll probably be seeing or have seen in the last few days is basically the rant of Roger Ver right here. So you can see here Craig Wright defending himself, but I don't want to get into it. Basically, Roger Ver is also somebody who's like, you know, he's like pretty much the CEO of Bitcoin Cash, biggest flag of Bitcoin Cash. And in my opinion, you know, like, if you just take a look at the interview, it's just silly. If you take a look at the panel, it's just silly to see that somebody in his position, somebody in his age, is attacking somebody on a verbal level. That's like, that just shows what a big ego he is. I mean, if he would actually learn how to talk to people in a respective way, like people would respect him. I mean, I try to respect him, but then I see him raging at this conference. I see him rage quitting an interview, flipping the guy off, and it's just like, I'm like, just like, oh, come on, Roger, grow up. But I think he is a great individual with a lot of knowledge when it comes to cryptocurrencies. Also, people make fun of him because in this panel, like he said, babies are gonna die because of economical disadvantage. And it's so true. Babies are gonna die. And, you know, hunger is murder. It's not like nobody is dying of hunger because of economies, because of fucking nobody caring. But still, you can't talk like that if you're a CEO of fucking Bitcoin Cash. I mean, I don't know if he's a CEO of Bitcoin Cash, but he's super important for Bitcoin Cash. Going on, Verge is forced to fork after suffering a 51% attack. A bug in the altcoin's coin... I have to calm down. A bug in the altcoin's code enabled the attacker to spoof timestamps and cause each new block to be produced using the same algorithm. Using a number of exploits in the XVG code, the attacker was able to mine multiple blocks 1 second apart, so a lot faster than it was supposed to be going down. The attack relented after 3 hours, but by that time the attacker had confirmed hundreds of blocks. He even wrote, allegedly, "Hey Verge team, get some real developers and fix your code. We have found another 2 exploits which can make quick hashes as well." So we see that unfortunately still cryptocurrencies are limited and can get hacked. Verge has been getting so much attention after being tweeted by John McAfee, and I already made videos on Verge. At the beginning, I thought it was just a quick pump and dump shit that you should stay away from, but actually Verge seems to be a great cryptocurrency. Although right now, is Verge really a great cryptocurrency? You can't be sure of that. Still, there are people in the community of Verge who are supporting it like super hell. And One more time, who would have expected somebody got scammed? And it's really annoying because these damn scammers take every goddamn opportunity that they get to scam people. I visited some hours ago the official Verge Twitter profile to read the news about the hash hack. While reading the tweet, I noticed several messages offering a compensation for the attack by Verge. Send Ethereum and you get some bonus back. Sound legit to me, as I was affiliated to the hash attack and I suffered from it as well, having had some hours-only orphaned blocks on all of my bycalls. Hence, I fall victim to this damn scam on the official Twitter page. And believe me, I also know what it's like to get scammed. I get people who create multiple accounts and post the same Litecoin address under my videos to exploit my giveaway, and I get people creating crypto market accounts, pretending to be me to exploit people to get coins. And also I got an email from a big cryptocurrency site that was like, hey, how about you check out our software, it's really great, give it a try and give us some feedback. I was like, hey, why not? And this website looked totally legit, but it was a fraud, and I downloaded some weird software, and luckily I instantly understood what was going on, and then I had to restore my computer, delete everything, and just do it one more time. But again, you have to be super careful, so even I fall victim for stuff like that. So in theory, a 51% attack is impossible for Bitcoin. You would need 14 exahashes for that, but allegedly something like that happened to Electronium. If you are unaware of what Electronium is a great cryptocurrency that had a great ICO, basically wants to utilize the unused hashing power in your cell phone and in your console. And while the price of Electronium and Verge does not look all too great, I mean, if you take a look at the one-day chart, of course, it looks like a heavy setback, but if you take a look at 3 months, like, could be a lot worse. So right now it's raining like hell here, so I hope that you can't hear it. I hope you don't mind. In typical fashion, the Verge team tried to play down the severity of the attack, tweeting, "We had a small hash attack that lasted about 3 hours earlier this morning. It's been cleared up now. We will be implementing even more redundancy checks for things of this nature in the future." And then somebody on Bitcoin Talk forum said, "We're kind of glad that this happened and that it wasn't as bad as it could have been." Verge also tried to shut down discussions of the minor incident in the Telegram chat. So Verge is trying to play down the whole thing. One forum member wrote something really interesting. Based on what I see from the developers' postings here, it's apparent that if OC Miner had never brought this to everyone's attention, the XVG team would have never admitted to or disclosed what happened. Trying to downplay and being flippant about the severity here is just pissing off the XVG faithful. A Verge developer tried to shrug off the magnitude of the attacker, protesting how much Ethereum has been stolen. So interesting things here going on, and I really want to know what happens with Verge in the future, because I thought that it's a great cryptocurrency, but who knows if it will stay like that. Next up, we have Swiss researchers expect Bitcoin market value to drop significantly. So finally, we don't have people who are just, talking off of their gut feeling, being super subjective, but actually using a scientific empirical approach for this. It's called the so-called Metcalfe law, basically trying to calculate the worth of a network by using the number of the participants in the network. And basically, while the model works well, for example, internet or faxes to evaluate the value, it's very quantitative, so it only measures numbers, not quality measurements, such as things that are hard to measure. That's like the difference between quantity and quality. So according to their model, Bitcoin is overrated currently. Looking forward, our analysis identifies a substantial but not unprecedented overvaluation in the price of Bitcoin, suggesting many months of volatile sideways Bitcoin prices ahead. Basically, I just want to leave this here. What do you think about this method of calculating? In my opinion, I really enjoy whatever kind of, scientific and economical model being used right here. So I think that every kind of discussion or thought process about the price of Bitcoin is really welcome. Next up, we have Japanese government reviews proposal to legalize initial coin offerings. I don't want to get into too much details in this on this article because we're already at 50 minutes, but basically Liechtenstein, Switzerland, and you know, these countries are Malta and Malta, you know, and all these regions, they're basically becoming a great safe haven for cryptocurrencies because China, Russia, USA are really making it difficult for ICOs to comply with their regulations. So it will be great for everybody in the cryptocurrency sphere if an Asian country would become the place where ICOs get regulated, and I would love to see what the Japanese can offer for us. So let's come to the giveaway of my last video. We were talking about the Bitcoin price and the futures being the reason for this, and the winner is G. Eat Bitcoin Cash. Never heard of them, but nice to see that they exist. Definitely nice to see charity being done with cryptocurrencies. I love it, and I love giving away Litecoin to my viewers. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to watch the video I released yesterday. Subscribe to my channel. If you don't want to miss out on my videos, hit that notification bell to never miss a video, and keep in mind that everything in this video is my personal opinion and not financial advice. Invest very responsibly in cryptocurrencies because they're super volatile, and thank you so much for watching. Good luck investing, and see you soon. Bye bye.